What could you do with 17 and a half hours each week? The average high school student with 5 teachers could potentially have 17 and a half hours of homework each week. Have you ever felt overwhelmed with too much homework? All students have at one time felt the stress that comes with too much homework. My parents were both teachers with a combined 68 years of experience. Both of my parents have master's degrees, so you can see education is important to our family. I am currently a sophomore at LHS, and I have researched reliable sources to gather my statistics. Today I'm going to give you several things to think about as you assign homework or talk to teachers and parents about homework. Today I will talk to you about the research I have found, how homework affects low-income families, students with disabilities, students with extracurricular activities, and even a few solutions to the homework problem. In the early 1900s, education researchers said that homework had a negative impact on students. They felt like it affected their mental health. California even banned homework under the age of 15. Public opinion changed in the 1950s due to the technology race around the world. Today things are different. Today students spend many hours on homework. K through 5th grade spend 2.9 hours a week. 6th through 8th grade spend 3.2 hours a week per teacher. 9th through 12th grade spend 3.5 hours a week per teacher. The average high school student that has 5 teachers could have 17 and a half hours of homework each week. Teenagers now spend twice as much time on homework as students did in the 1900s. According to research, proponents of homework say that it increases student learning and allows them to be independent learners. Opponents of homework say it is harmful because it increases stress and even causes students to get less sleep. Now to look at more research. I believe homework can be harmful and doesn't improve learning enough to be worth the risk. According to Cooper, Robinson, and Patel, one synthesis of research on the relationship between homework, time, and achievement shows some gains at middle school and high school, but less so at elementary level. Obviously, research is mixed on opinions of homework. Because of this, I think teachers should think carefully before any homework is given. I believe students at an early age should have little to no homework. Let's look at low-income families. Low-income students have a disadvantage when it comes to completing homework successfully. 47% of the U.S. kids live in low-income families. These students do not have access to computers, internet, and even pens and paper. Parents may not be able to purchase materials for outside projects. The Hispanic Heritage Foundation reported that 96.5% of Hispanic students did not have access to computers or internet. Private tutoring is a $6 billion business and only wealthier students can afford it. Now let's look at students with disabilities. 14% of all public school students receive special education services. 12% of students are covered under a 504 plan. This hits home for me. I am dyslexic and I have ADHD. I have few modifications for my dyslexia. However, reading for long periods of time is stressful. Students with ADHD and ADD are truly affected with a lot of homework. I feel like my brain is working overtime all day, and then when I have to come home and complete hours of homework, I am beyond frustrated. The consequences of this kind of stress and frustration leads to students hating school. If the problem of homework is not resolved, students are the ones that suffer. They take easier classes, cheat, and possibly drop out due to stress and failure. What do teachers say about homework? I have several teachers in my family, and they say they do not like giving homework. However, many districts require it. Teachers spend a lot of time trying to come up with homework. They want it to have meaning. It takes time to grade and go over homework. Trying to meet the needs of every student can be overwhelming. Let's look at extracurricular activities. Extracurricular activities are important to high school students. Being a part of a group, club, or sports team gives meaning to your high school experience. It helps you make friends and learn to work with others to accomplish a goal. These activities require time outside of the school day, making lots of homework difficult to manage. I believe homework should not be assigned to students. However, many districts require it. If that is the case, I have a few suggestions. Solutions to homework. Make sure homework is age appropriate. Make sure homework is over current topics. Choose homework that can be done independently. Make assignments short. Do not assign homework during busy times like homecoming week. Communicate with other teachers so homework does not overlap. I have tried to cover the most important aspects of homework. I have talked today about the overuse of homework and how it affects students. I have talked about how homework affects students that are disadvantaged or have disabilities. I even tried to give solutions. If we can solve the problem of too much homework, the children of today will be happier, healthier, and more well-rounded. They will still be successful in college and beyond. If you're a parent, be an advocate for your child when it comes to homework. The next time you assign homework or come home with homework, I hope you will think about the points I have made today. We all could use an extra 17.5 hours a week for family time or just to have fun. We can still learn, make good grades, and be able to be successful without the stress of homework overload.